friends reach out to me recently and ask me all about soil health. And they see that I'm creating content. Recently, we've launched the podcast, Secrets of the Soil, and everyone is kind of getting a little bit more curious about where does food come from? How does it grow in the soil? And have we maybe messed up this whole soil situation? And I'm loving the content that is coming out organically, pun intended, with all the growers and producers, but also everyone is really questioning this narrative of, have we messed the soil up? Have we degraded it to a point of no return? And to say the truth, no, we haven't. It is very hopeful. We can very easily repair and regenerate our soils. And that's why I get really excited. I've caught the bug. I keep digging deeper into our wonderful world of soils. And so my friend Brendan messaged me the other day, and I asked him for permission to share his to share what he had said with me. And I really love it when someone who, I used to work with Brendan at previous roles, and we've just stayed in contact thanks to the wonderful world of Facebook. And he's been seeing the content from me about soil and the narrative of where does highly nutrition dense food. And I think with all of us at home now and time to think and reflect about where our food comes from, and maybe going down different rabbit holes and learning things that maybe we don't really want to learn about, there's a little bit of hope. And so he messaged me a couple of days ago, and he asked questions saying, what are my thoughts in regards to a particular key person of influence, who will go unnamed at the moment, buying up all the farmland, and what's involved in educating people about the reasons of why this farmland is being bought up, and the way that Brendan can get more involved. He goes, I feel it in my bones. These are the words that he used with me, that something needs to be done. And I have zero knowledge right now. And I want to start somewhere. So he reached out to me. And after a couple of days, I said, are you ready for me to spam you? Because there are so many links that I can send you and get you educated. And Brendan's been looking at self-development and personal development programs for many times, but this is the first time where he's realized that his nutrition and what he's putting in his mouth, and the choice that he has to buy food that is regeneratively grown, organically grown, is really, really interesting. So I guess for me, even it was overwhelming. I thought, where do I take someone who, and maybe you're one of these people that wants to get a little bit more educated around soil, but you've seen me, Regen Ray, kind of hanging out and sharing all these soil fun facts, but you just never really known how you can take action. So I'm gonna share my screen now, and I'm gonna take you through some of the resources that I shared with him. All the links that I shared are gonna be around this video as always. So let me just see, click this button, and here we go. So Farming Secrets is the parent company that I work for, partnering with Helen and Hugo, who built the company. And over the years of them going out to field days and recording videos, they've created a massive archive of videos to inspire and educate. And when I first came into the business, I saw all this information sitting on DVDs, collecting dust, and people were buying these DVDs because access to information and internet 4 or 5 years ago was rare in regional parts of Australia. So Farming Secrets was this bridge between getting information from a field day that a farmer couldn't get to, and then putting that onto a DVD and shipping it to people all around the world. We had people from all parts of the world buying DVDs to educate themselves on how they can start repairing their soils. We go as far as saying that this is like healing your soils. And so we have a group of mentors, we have blogs. So the first point of contact, I said, is go and find out a little bit more information about Farming Secrets and who we are. Go and have a look at our blog. Our blog has lots of articles that will just blow your mind that this content was, recorded in 2016 and, 2017 and 18. And, several years later, we're still having the same conversation. The next resource that I wanted to share with Brendan was our Facebook page. So our Facebook page, we have two, Farming Secrets and also the Soil Learning Center. Again, all these links are in the video. You can go and click them all after the video is finished. But right now, just have a look at the resources that I can share with you in this moment. So the Farming Secrets page has lots of information, different information about events. We try and put information on different, let me say information one more time, information on different platforms to really cater for different ways of people reading, watching, and digesting the internet. So, we've got our podcasts on here now, and we've got heaps of different courses and programs and information, and it's all there for you to go and digest in your own pace. Can it be overwhelming? Absolutely. But that's, I guess, with everything. You got to choose your battles, and you kind of got to go down the rabbit hole as you please when you're ready. This by far is probably one of the best places you can hang out. This is our own private Facebook group. So you need to request to join this group. And as you can see, we've got over 4,000 members here now of people who are regenerative farmers who know the value of healthy soil. This has really become the group that we nurture and hang out with, what we call our soil lovers. Like, this is where the word soil lovers came from. When we started chatting to people in this group, you'll know that when you join, there's some questions. And one of the questions is, why do you want to join this group? And the responses to that is overwhelmingly positive, hopeful, healing, regenerative, hoping in the future, setting it up for our future generations. And when I read those responses, I go, this is why we run this group and deliver information through here. So again, this is a community space. People come in here and share books that they're reading. They ask questions. And so we really want to encourage conversation in this group. It's also where we share our podcasts before they get released, when we get our stuff sorted. We also have our Instagram account, which is now asking me to log in, so I might not be able to show you that, but you can either follow me, Regen Ray, or Farming Secrets. Again, we share a lot of our stuff there. We then have the Soil Learning Center. And so the Soil Learning Center is a platform that we put together. We syndicate videos through YouTube and our own platform, which is soillearningcenter.com, and that'll take you to this particular platform here. But on YouTube, again, Soil Learning Center, we wanted to take it away from that farming feeling, because what we've realized over the years is there's a lot more people interested in soil health than just farmers. And in fact, it is the grassroots of this movement coming from people who are buying consciously and making better decisions with their dollar that is causing the biggest change. And so if we want this ground up approach and we want to start healing our soils, healing our food, healing ourselves, that's where it really starts, is with people like Brendan, who messaged me saying, I want to learn more, help me discover this wonderful world of soil. And I said, with pleasure, because as you can probably tell, and if you've hung around me for a while, nothing gets me more excited right now than learning about the soils under our feet. Thank you, Bear Biology, Biologics. I need to get my mouse back. I want to put your comment on the screen, and now my face is in the way. But he's saying go Ray. But there's a bit of a text color issue. But thank you so much. And I saw that you've been following our page recently. I love having you here, and I've been seeing some of your work as well. The Soil Learning Center, whether it be on YouTube, that is our free kind of content. It does have ads in there. And so we have to play the corporate game on that. But if you want an ad-free experience, you can come over to the soillearningcenter.com. Now, the links are in the description below. This is our basic archive of content that Helen and Hugo have put together and with myself over the last few years. And this is where you can look at all our courses. This is where you can look at farm tours. Our members, so our pro members, get access to our virtual classrooms, which is a community who hang out together on Zoom. And that is every fortnight. So you get 26 of those Zoom calls every year. And you also get the webinar replays, you get the classroom replays. Even our podcasts are now starting to get loaded into the Soil Learning Center, and they will come with extended bonus videos, and also we're working on transcribing those. We really want to make this information accessible to everyone, no matter where you are in the world and with what kind of budget you have. So go and check out the Soil Learning Center. There is a free access And there's also a paid access there as well. We do need to keep the servers online and host all this video content. There is over 10 years, you can never watch all the videos in the Soil Learning Center. And the best thing about it is you just use the search, and you might say, I want to look at cover cropping, and everything in regards to cover cropping will come up in the search. And if you actually hit search, it will bring up a result, and you can just go down the rabbit hole of this content. So there's things here from blog posts, products, gold nuggets. There's experts and mentors that all are talking about cover cropping. So this is kind of like on-demand learning gone crazy. So that's what the Soil Learning Center is. So there's also heaps of information on things like Netflix. So you have the choice. I think my camera flicked over to a different camera. But anyway, I will deal with this in a minute. You have Netflix, which has Kiss the Ground, 100%. I had another friend, Cameron, yesterday message me going, dude, just watch the Kiss the Ground documentary. Now I get why you get so excited about soil. This is mainstream. This is on Netflix. This is something that anyone with a Netflix subscription can go and watch. It's definitely here in Australia. It's in America. I don't know about other parts of the world, but Kiss the Ground documentary, hands down, a great documentary to get you excited about the power of our soil and how we can really heal the planet, reverse climate change, and grow really good nutrient-dense food that just makes sense when you start joining these dots. The other documentary that blew my mind was Fantastic Fungi. Oh my God. I cannot tell you how exciting I was when I was watching this documentary. The way that it explains the mycorrhizal fungi and the way that the network of critters and bacteria and fungus works underneath the soil. This movie will leave you speechless, and you will just start realizing the power of the fungus that is within our soil network and the soil system. And then you'll really understand how sad it is when someone with a tractor just goes and tills and breaks all those connections and leaves the soil to bake in the sun. Just absolutely heartbreaking. The other documentary that I really, really enjoyed was My Biggest Little Farm. Now, this is a paid documentary, and rightfully so, because someone spent a lot of work making this documentary. And so I think it might be like $5 on YouTube. I've already purchased it, which is the reason why you can see here, purchased April 1st, 2020. That's an awesome documentary that takes you through a journey of someone who buys a farm that is absolutely like concrete and completely dehydrated and a desert. And then over their period, they regenerate it and bring back all the ecosystems, and all the wildlife starts coming back, and is just a beautiful story to get you inspired on what the possibilities are. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to go out and buy land, but if you have access to go and volunteer on land, or you can go and have access or lease some land, start a food forest, do guerrilla gardening. If you don't know what guerrilla gardening is, it's basically buying seeds and throwing them in public spaces and know that they will grow and someone will appreciate it in the future. I should have probably started with this one. It was meant to be the first tab, but it wasn't. But The Soil Story by Kiss the Ground is hands down awesome. It's a nice narrated this is the most powerful 4 minutes. If you do one thing from this video, it's go watch this video and then go subscribe to our podcast. That would be the one thing that you could possibly do. This Kiss the Ground Soil Story is awesome. And in a couple of weeks' time, I will be interviewing someone from Kiss the Ground, and that podcast will be landing very, very soon. But in the meantime, we've got 6 conversations out that is all about soil. Our podcast, Secrets of the Soil, with myself, Regen Ray. Great conversations here. Start with episode 0. This tells you why I started the podcast and gives you a little bit of a teaser to some of the conversations that are already out and also coming. So as you can tell, there are lots of ways that you can go down this rabbit hole and start exploring the wonderful world of soil. So hopefully this video has given you some pointers. There's lots of links down below to get you started. And yeah, I just, I really love that people are reaching out and asking questions and saying, how do I be the change that I want to see? How do I be more proactive? And how do I get to continue this soil story and go down this amazing rabbit hole with you? And, keep hanging out in this space. I get super excited about where the regenerative journey is going, the soil health, people who are realizing that if we get out of the way and let nature do what nature does best, and that is heal and repair, then the world is a very bright and exciting place to kind of hang out. So I'm very hopeful that we will get this, and that together we will come and heal the planet. So keep asking these questions, keep going down these rabbit holes, and know that you're always surrounded by amazing people, including myself, Regen Ray from Farming Secrets. And with that, I will leave you with the thought of what can you do tonight, right now, or today, or whenever you're watching this, that can be the 1, 2, 3, or 4 minutes of your time that can absolutely change the future for yourself. So until next time, get outside, get your hands dirty, and keep digging deeper into the wonderful world of soil. I'm Regen Ray. Have a great day.